Sorry, can you hear me
Right
now?
now, you're on now.
Oh, nice. Thank you so much for organizing this mentorship and for bringing all these brilliant young minds together here to listen to us. I'm sorry for my lighting. I'm in a hotel. So maybe I'd start talking about who I am and how my journey has been in the mining engineering. So I just recently completed my mining engineering degree at Jomo Kenyatta University in Kenya. My name's Lilian Kagai Mugala, and the journey has been interesting. In Kenya, any engineering degree takes 5 years. So it has been 5 years of studying and grinding, and it has been a journey that I have been able to learn a lot. And according to me, I'd say that I have done my best, especially in the networking bit. And I've also been mentoring our young students in our university. And the reason as to why I am who I am today is because of the leadership that I decided to go for when I was in second year. Very young, naive, I didn't know. I just thought, let me give it a try. So I'd advise any person, like, don't even look back at the negative things. What if I don't get this position? You just chase that position and get to it, because it's through the leadership that I have been able to refine my communication skills, my presentation skills. I have also been able to create a large network, because as a leader, you get more advantages than the other people. So if you see any leadership position, do not shy off, take it up and ensure that you deliver for people to respect you more. I have experience in artisanal gold mining, because I come from an artisanal gold mining community and I've been raised there. So I've been able to see challenges that especially women face in the mining sectors in the ASM. And that is what drove me to do mining engineering. And I've always been striving to come up with innovations that can enable these people get a better working environment. And so by doing so, during my final year, I innovated a ventilation equipment that incorporates carbon capture. It doesn't just purify the air for the miners, but it also prevents our environment from pollution through doing away with the carbon emissions from the mining industry. So if we just become determined as young women in the mining industry, I believe we are going to drive change. And sometimes we say the gender-based violence thing. I'd say I have been in the field a number of times, and it is true, it's something that happens. You might find a colleague trying to shoot a shot, but it depends with how you carry yourself and respond to them. If you just stand on your ground, then the likelihood of that situation advancing is going to be minimal. But if you tolerate them, then it's going to advance. So it's just standing on our ground, ensuring that we work on our technical expertise, and these men we work with will be able to respect us. They won't see us just flowers. I hear sometimes they consider women as flowers in the field. We just there. But if you're able to work on something and deliver, they will earn respect for you. So I will also talk about by by putting yourself out there and networking with the right people, the right connections, you're going to open more opportunities for yourself. Myself here in Kenya, I won an award for the Young Excellence Awards in the Kenya mining sector because of my innovations and the things that I have been doing through mentoring my peers as well. And besides that, I also won a video competition. That is why I always keep saying and telling people who are in the sector, sometimes we have doubt. Everyone faces that. There is a time I'm pretty sure you just sit down and feel like, hey, will I even be able to accomplish this? No, don't look at that negative thought behind your mind. Just do it. Do it scared, and you're going to manage. Like the video competition I submitted that won me a ticket to the mining Indaba. I just did it, not knowing that I will even get a ticket to the mining Indaba. So my advice to people, do it without even looking at the negative bit of it. If you win, that's okay. you will celebrate it. If you do not win, at least there is a lesson that you've gotten from it. So that is always my advice that I give to my peer. And it is what has brought me this far. Even today, I just arrived in a certain event that I'm supposed to be attending tomorrow. That is why I'm not in my place. I don't like the lighting, but yeah, that's how my journey has been. I have been volunteering in a number of organizations, so I'd advise people to volunteer because it's these volunteering activities that give us these chances to get the experience. And by volunteering, that is what is, I love traveling. And this traveling, I travel it a lot at the expense of the organizations I volunteer for because they know my value. If they send me somewhere, I'm going to deliver what they've sent me to do. So volunteer, do it scared, and just be confident and work on your technical expertise. That is what I'd advise. I had a PPT, but unfortunately my laptop has issues, but that is basically how my journey has been in the mining industry.
That's great, Lilian. That's beautiful. Lilian is a young girl that we admire so much because she's upwardly mobile. And we would like you to, the NextGen community members, to also take a cue from how Lilian works very well. She's reliable. When she's volunteering to do it, she would do it. The WiM Secretariat had informed me about how she works as a volunteer. If you give her a task, it will be done immediately. It will be done immediately. So you can see that she's young, but that's how we know those who are upwardly mobile, those who don't give excuses, those who get things done. And that's who Lilian is. So I will tell you, Lilian, keep it up. You work very hard. Keep it up. Do more. Volunteer more until you get so busy that you can't take on volunteering. Even at that, you can still take a little space for volunteer no matter what you're doing. But I wish you all the best, Lilian. I don't know if Dr. Antonia has a question for you, but before that, I want to check if Dr. Asuna is in the room. Are you in the room? I really can't find a name that's, I can't find you there, Dr. Hasana, if you are there. Can you raise your hand if you're there so we can see you? I didn't see Dr. Hasana, but while I'm checking, Dr. Antonia, you have a question for our young but mobile Lilian?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Lilian, for that presentation and exposing how volunteering can be a very meaningful impact to our careers. So many young professionals actually struggle with self-doubt or, imposter syndrome. Have you ever felt this way, in the course of your career, and how did you overcome it?
So about imposter syndrome, not even talking about myself, I have had friends who've been going through it, and friends who are given tasks and they deliver. It has also happened to myself. Sometimes you hear people talking about how good you've done your work, your project is so excellent, and you're like, I'm just a normal person. It's just some bare minimum thing that I can do. So sometimes it happens, and we should embrace it. And whenever you feel like you're not enough, just give yourself some encouragement and tell yourself, Lilian, or whoever you are, I'm going to do this. I am capable of doing it. That's a normal thing for human beings. Once in a while, you feel like, am I really even capable of doing this? But if the more you do it, the more you perfect it. Even if it's a new thing, I learned that being perfect in something, you have to repeatedly work on it for you to be perfect. So if in case you're experiencing that, ensure that you repeatedly work on that thing that you feel that you are not doing well. And in time, you're going to perfect. When I started my leadership back in my university, I was in second year. I was competing with male aspirants. They were way much, they had spent more years in the university than I had. They were in fourth year, fifth year. But I told myself, you're capable. Yes, sometimes you go in your room. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, sometimes you go back. Do not show the imposter syndrome in public. I know sometimes we might doubt ourselves. The doubt, whenever you leave your room, leave the doubt at the door, go and work hard, and you will deliver. Just believe in yourself. Yeah. That is what has made me come this far. Once in a while, I do doubt myself, but when I get out there, you cannot see the doubt. Yeah.
Yes, and I support what Lilian has just said. When you work hard on yourself, all the doubts are going to go away. But when you don't know or have much knowledge about a certain field or a service that you are supposed to offer, that mediocritic feeling can be a challenge for you. But if you build your capacity, self-development, and you are consistently building capacity, the self-doubt will dissipate with time. It's because when you have capacity, you have also confidence to be able to deliver on a certain thing. Bess, I will come to you shortly. You can stay around, Lilian, don't go away.